Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised of the following facts.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. On a good night, listener discretion is advised.
What did that guy say?
I don't know. That music was ripping, though.
The phone number for LoveLine is 1-800-LOVE-191. That's 1-800-LOVE-191.
And now, here's LoveLine with your hosts, Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Robert,
Yeah?
you're 12 years old.
Yeah.
You're on LoveLine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I caught my dad masturbating, and he claims he was asleep.
And he claims?
Yeah, he says he's asleep.
Well, did you confront him?
Yeah, and the next morning I did. He wouldn't respond when I told him to quit.
I can't figure out whether Robert is insane or the healthiest person I've ever met. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if you saw your dad diddling himself...
what were the circumstances?
Huh?
What happened? What were the circumstances?
Oh, well, I live with my grandparents.
Yeah.
And,
Why?
Because my dad's a jackass.
What does he do exactly?
Well, he deals drugs and sells.
Okay. All right.
Because now the picture's becoming a little more clear.
Yeah, he used to be homeless.
Okay.
And my mom lives in Mexico, and she's same way.
All right.
How did you catch your dad, though, if you're living with your grandparents?
Well, he came over, and we didn't have any big couches for him to sleep on, so he had to have another bed in my bedroom. So.
And Pop couldn't contain himself for long enough to make it through the night?
And you actually told him to stop?
Yeah, he wanted... I kicked his bed.
Oh, you know you've bottomed out as an adult when your 12-year-old kicks the box spring and tells you to knock it off.
Well...
And that he's been taking long showers and he knows what's going on in there.
I'm sorry, Robert, that you're having to go through this with your dad, but it's not inconsistent with everything else you're telling us about him.
Was your dad drunk or anything like that?
No.
No.
As far as you know.
Why is he staying with you guys?
Well, he's moved out now, but he was just staying for a little bit because he didn't have a house or anything.
Is he really... Do you even consider him like your dad, or is your grandpa more like your dad?
Well, I think my dad is dead.
Is dead?
Yeah.
All right, well...
Well, he does pretty good for a guy who's dead, I'll tell you.
All right, Robert, stay away from him. I'm sorry your dad is such a horrible, worthless person, but he is, and try to deal with it in reality and try to, manage your feelings about what it means to have a dad like that. And find more appropriate male figures to keep in your life.
Many a great adult has come from the loins of a no-count dad.
That's true.
Show me any woman who's doing well in show business. I will show you. I don't know if Oprah knows her dad, but I'm guessing she has some issues.
Yeah.
Jenny Jones, Sally Jesse, Rosie.
Let's try to go outside of the talk show area. Who else?
Oh.
Not necessarily building a good case for this young man.
Okay, did I see? Did I? I'm trying to think who I. Mother Love? I don't know. Listen, there's a lot of people that had a lot of bad parenting and turned into pretty good adults. And Robert, at least your grandparents sound like they love you and care for you.
Right.
And it's real sad. I mean, it's real tough for a kid, especially a boy, and the dad is
worthless.
Just not coming up to bat. You know what I mean?
It's worthless.
Oh.
I could see why the easier way to deal with it would be to pretend he was dead, but it's never good to pretend.
Especially when the corpse is masturbating next to you in the bed, and you have to kick it and tell Dad to knock it off. And then you confront him the next day. But I'm guessing Robert has been so angry at this guy for so long that... How do you defend yourself? I was sleeping?
If you're the dad? I didn't hear you?
I don't know. That's why definitely if I have a son, he's going to get a different house because I need my house for masturbating. I don't even need my room. I need the house.
The Addams family,
I like to do it in the kitchen.
I guess it's Addams Family Values where they have that special dungeon downstairs. They have to...
Right.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can stay down there with the dragon. All right, it's LoveLine. Phone number for LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Now, there's a little piece of technology that we've been trying to incorporate into the studio here for as long as I've been on the show, about 2.5 years. It's one of these things. Well, I'll give everyone a quick lesson in radio, although I don't know much about radio, but I've seen how things work back there. You can play, like when we do those out-of-context Drew drops or any of those radio shows you may listen to. Perhaps it's your favorite morning show where you hear Austin Powers saying, groovy, baby.
Can I say that?
Yeah, there you go. And you hear that 14, 15 times a show. Oftentimes it's on what's called a cart. Now, I think cart is abbreviation for cartridge. And they look like an 8-track cassette. But they're small, but they're just on a loop, and they're only a few seconds long, and you punch it into a cart machine, and you hit a button, and it keeps replaying it. But real radio shows have these electronic gadgets where you put all those carts into one, like, synthesizer, and all you got to do is push the button. And you don't have to let it re-cue or rewind or pull carts in and push another one in. All that fumbling you hear in the background, those are the morning DJs pulling the carts in and out. Engineer Mike has finally managed to commandeer one of these things after years of trying. And he's programmed it. Now, it'll go up to like 40, Mike, or... 500. 500?
Yeah, 500.
Okay, because it only looks like there's about 40 keys
there. 50, but there's 10 channels in each key.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah,
I want a whole panel of and-drops.
Yeah, we'll get some and-drops in there.
Seriously.
Out of 500, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
I'll tell you, just go down to Niagara Falls with the DAT player.
You're so predictable, Adam. I swear to God, you're so damn predictable.
That's why people love me.
I know.
Consistency. It's not predictable. They know they're getting quality. Consistent quality. Thank you. All right, so Engineer Mike has loaded up about the first 15 or 17 stalls in this electronic gem. And a lot of them are out of context Drew drops.
So far, that's all that's there.
I think Mike ought to just blow through them. All right, why don't you do 1 through 10? All right, so here's our new piece of technology brought to you, the LoveLine listener.
This guy is an asshole. Can I say that?
I recently went to a fraternity party and got really drunk. I randomly hooked up with a guy and we had sex. I didn't even know his name the next morning. Now he keeps calling me and I don't even still remember his name.
I've had anal sex. Is it okay to be in love to a guy twice my age? If anything, I want to be dominated. Ever since I stopped taking Depo-Provera, I've been lactating. When I was 19, I ate about 4 boiled peyote buttons and stayed up all night but felt no effect. You're fat. Faggot better. You're fat. Faggot better. Hard. You're overweight. This guy is an asshole. Asshole.
Oh, Mike, you should get a raise. You really should. And what about, now I went in there, Mike, and pushed 1, but maybe I pushed it twice, and so maybe instead of number 3, that was number 53 or something. But what about the semen in the eye? Is that in there?
About 1 week ago, I masturbated and accidentally got semen in my eye. Since then, my eye has been itchy, red, and swollen. I'm too embarrassed to tell my doctor what happened.
You're overweight. Doesn't that sound like one of those old Bill Cosby tapes or something? Records?
Yeah, it
60s
does.
comedies.
Yeah, you expect her. You see,
Bob Newhart.
Yeah, Bob Newhart. So I'd imagine the captain of the submarine would go a little something like this. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like listening to Lenny Bruce album or something. Except for
they're funny though.
Bob Newhart never got semen in his eye, as far as we know. Well, thanks for that, Engineer Mike. That's really going to come in handy.
You're fat.
Janette.
Yeah.
Is that Janette?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What's going on? You're 32.
Yes, I am. Hi, guys.
Hey.
You're wonderful, both of you.
Thank you.
I'm calling because, okay, it's kind of complicated, but I'll try to quicken it. I am been married for about 7 years. My husband is 19 years older than I am. And last fall, because of my career, I moved to a different state. And he was upset at first, but he understood that I had to go. And the plan was, after discussion, he was going to move down here with me.
Where did you move from?
New York.
To?
Oh, they got a lot of strip clubs there.
To where?
To Maryland. I work with horses. And
oh, my God. What an act. I would love to see your act, baby.
Anyway.
Jesus, I didn't know they let that stuff go on in Maryland. Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, he gave me a call. We've been talking. He's come down here. I've gone up there. We've talked on the phone. It's gotten to be about once a week. But last week, I talked to him, and he basically gave me an ultimatum. Am I moving back up to New York, or are we getting a divorce?
Really?
Yeah. So I was kind of thrown by that, and I said, well, you're not moving down here? And he said, no, I don't like it down there. I'm staying up here till I retire, then I'm moving to Florida.
What does he do for a living?
He works with chimps.
No, he works with bathrooms. He installs bathrooms and houses. And
You mean he's a general contractor?
Yeah, but he specializes in bathrooms.
Wow.
He works for a guy. His buddy owns his own company, and they just redo bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my question, then after he basically attacked me and gave me my choices and told me to come get my stuff out of the house, he the next night called me up and basically didn't say he was sorry, but said, told me he loved me.
Well, Janette, try to get to the punch here. How can we help you?
Okay, well, I guess I don't know.
Was he drinking or anything like that when he told you that stuff?
No, he doesn't do any of
Does he
that.
have any history of any erratic behaviors or anything otherwise?
He's a couple times before he wants an answer right then and there, and then he'll be okay. Then he'll be like.
So he called back and he apologized.
Basically in his own little way, and now he's I love you, I miss you. But I asked him last weekend, I said, well, so what's going on? I'm a little confused. And he said, well, I'm confused too, but I love you and miss you. And so I don't know if I should try to, pursue it.
How long have you been married?
7 years.
Why did you move away?
Because my career.
Didn't you think this could happen? You have trouble?
Yes, but 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, I tried to get another job in New York State that he was willing to move to, and I tried to get a job in Kentucky that he was willing to move to.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I just assumed he would be willing to move to.
All right. Well, you guys don't communicate real well.
Yeah,
No,
it's
we don't.
Wow.
Yeah, and you sort of picked up and moved, and you left a few loose ends.
You just forgot to ask him if he might want to come along.
No,
Forgot.
I did. I guess I.
True. Relax over that.
I mean, that's what you're saying. That I assumed since he'd go to Kentucky, he'd go to Maryland. I forgot to ask him.
At first I assumed, and then I asked him. I said, well.
Had you already moved at that point?
I'm sorry?
Had you already moved at that point?
No.
She'd committed to moving, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, do you have any kids?
No.
Your horses are your kids?
Yes.
Okay. I got to say, I don't trust people that work with animals, number one. I always think it's some form of compensation. And either you're an animal person or you're a person. And I think Janette may be more of an animal person.
Well,
but you sound all right. I tend to think that you're not really wild about this relationship. I don't necessarily say you want a divorce.
Right.
But you were really into
you're pretty much okay with picking up and moving.
Yeah.
And if he comes out, hey, he comes out. But if he doesn't, well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. That's startling. That's hardly a relationship.
But I mean,
And he doesn't sound like the world's greatest guy, but it sounds to me.
I'm just thinking too. If it was a man who had to up and move, relocate, and be there for a while, and I wanted to check it out and make sure that I did like the job down here before we up and sold the house and moved all the way down here, and then I decided that I didn't really like it and I wanted to move back. If it was a guy or something, his wife would be expected to move down here.
No.
You don't think so?
No, not without a lot of planning and communication and compromise and discussion and sharing and you make the decision
Drew's
together.
Wife would kick his ass all up and down Pasadena if he tried to pull one of these.
Absolutely.
Then she'd probably come over and kick my ass too, because she'd say I planted the seeds.
Absolutely.
Well, the whole thing was our plan when we got married was we were going to be together and work on get the horse farm together and everything.
Okay. All right, but here's the deal, Janette.
Yeah.
We're out of time.
Okay.
It's not really a question of who's right and who's wrong and who should have moved and who should have stayed. It's more like you guys got to work on your relationship a little. You got to get the lines of communication back up and running. Yeah. This guy's a contractor. Guys who work around toilets and wood and tile and stuff, they're not really much on talking. Right. Like I always smile when women say, He apologized in his own way.
Right.
But he doesn't sound like he's so great at communicating, and Janette sounds like there's something a little more going on here.
Yep.
She's not so terribly in love and moved for her career, but there's something going on in the relationship. And they got to talk about that, not just about the move. Bill, you're 20.
Well,
Yeah.
Also, I have this theory that people start looking like the animals they're working on, too. You ever see those commercials? Would you shut up for a second, Bill?
All right.
You ever see those commercials where they go, champion breeder Nancy Callowak,
Right.
and she goes, I've been raising Irish setters for 20, and she skinnies her rail and has that real bushy red hair. And they go, honey, what do you mean raising Irish setters? You are one.
You have sired a few.
Yeah, raising. That thing's working you. Raising, you let two of them knock you up. Maybe that's what they mean by raising. I don't know. But do you know what I'm talking about, Drew?
Yeah.
So the moral is, if you're going to work with a certain breed of dog, make it a good-looking one, or you're going to look like Marsha Wallace from Bob Newhart.
Bill.
Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
This question is for you.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering about my girlfriend. She takes birth control pills.
Mm-hmm.
And so, on occasion, she'll miss one, or she'll take it later than her regular time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering if that will affect. I know it affects the percentage of how good it works.
Right.
So would taking the morning after drug, would that help? If
No, you double it up if you miss it.
and so then everything will be okay.
You're supposed to use a second means of contraception because the effectiveness drops way off.
Okay.
And why does it drop off so much? I mean, one day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and then you got to take 2 pills the next day, and then women always say it makes them sick to their stomach when they take the 2 pills. That's basically when the guy pulls one of those. You're secretly thinking, oh, Christ, I'm glad I don't have to take this crap. But what you're saying is, oh, baby, yeah, that's. Could you take one and then take half of one, and then go to work, and then take the other half, or ground them up, put them in your coffee?
Take them both.
But Drew, how is it?
Ovulation
All right, but how is it that you can take something that changes your ovulation and it changes your chemistry?
It suppresses it, and if you take away the suppression,
you take it for 5 years.
Take away the suppression.
10 years. 10 years you take this pill every day, and then you miss one day. Pow!
It can happen.
Yeah, but okay. Let me ask you
It's
this:
less likely the longer you've been on it. I'm sure.
Oh, it is.
I'm sure of that.
You think so?
Yeah.
If you took it for 10 years and you missed a day,
it'd be less likely than if you'd taken it for 3 months. I would say.
Okay. All right.
I don't know that for a fact, but I would suspect that's true.
Look into that, would you? Leslie.
Hi.
Hey, you're 16. You're on LoveLine.
Yeah, today I was upstairs checking the email on my family's computer, and I was looking through my email box, and there was an email that had been sent out from our computer, but I didn't recognize it, and I hadn't sent it. My brother had actually sent it, but in the email it had lyrics from the Sesame Street song, and then it had a link to the Playboy.com, and he's 12 years old, and I'm not mad at him for going to Playboy because he's 12. He's going to do that, But I want to talk to him about sex because I know my parents aren't going to do it.
Oh boy.
And he's not going to get anything in school, anything helpful anyway. You know?
There should be a therapy cash register. And here's what I'm saying. It's walk in the door at 9 in your baseball uniform, holding your glove. Dad's performing fellatio on mom. Ching ching, 6 months. Date. You find out your best friend's been banging your prom date for 3 months. Ching ching, 4.5 months. The therapy tote. Right. The therapy mirror. Your sister sitting you down and explaining sex to you at 12. Be ching ching. It'd be 5 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I've already talked to him.
Wouldn't be a big ring.
And so I figured it'd just be the next progression, and my parents aren't going to say anything.
Well, if you wanted to talk to somebody, I would talk to your parents
about talking to him. And they really, there's evidence out there that if the parents don't begin at some time between 8 and 12, then they shut down forever and turn to their peers for everything.
Well, see, my parents didn't tell me anything
Right.
at all, and I got it. And I'm lucky enough to go to a high school that has the best and the most like open like sex ed and health classes in the whole entire.
Which high school is that? Drew wants to know, so so his kids don't end up there.
No, it's a private school.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Is it one of those free-range schools?
Kind of.
You call your teacher like, hey, Bob, hey, Larry.
Yeah.
You call your teachers by their first name?
Yep.
They come in wearing like Birkenstocks.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but he's not going to go to that school. And, like, I don't want to have, like, in 6th grade, yeah, he's like in 6th grade, like rumors fly like crazy.
All right, but
like
Leslie,
different stuff, and I want to talk to him.
Leslie, listen. Don't project.
Yeah.
Just because your folks didn't tell you, it doesn't mean you have to make it right for your brother. I think Leslie sound great, and it's a decent enough impulse and all that kind of stuff. But
when you're dealing with that 8 to 12, wait, stay with me. 8 to 12 age group.
It's true.
Do not bring out overt sexual material. Leave open-ended questions on the table for them to ask you, and just answer the questions.
Well, how do you do that? Give me a couple. Let's say I'm 12.
I mean, it's not, honey.
Let's say I'm your son.
Tell you where the penis.
Let me be your son. When are you going to discuss this, or when are you going to pay your nanny to discuss this?
I start
with your son.
dropping hints around 9, 10.
What kind of hints?
Just do you
walk around with the towel off?
No, do you understand? If something comes up,
All right, I'll be 9. I'll be.
You understand how this works?
I'll be Jordan. Go ahead. Yes, Papa.
Every time you do this, I freak out.
Starts falling apart already. All right, here, I'm playing Nintendo. Yes, Papa.
But see, that's the point. I don't think you should go up, and I think it's intrusive to go up and go, we're going to have a talk now.
Okay.
It's just keep leaving, as things come up in the environment, which they inevitably do, just leave open-ended questions and be available to answer further questions and see where they take.
All right, let's just say we're all sitting around watching a sitcom.
Right.
Okay. This happened to me when I was like 10. I was watching like Mod or something, and some black guy came by and like dropped off a package or something, and like B. Arthur said, "Is it true what they say
What do you say
about the man, about the black man?"
That doesn't.
All right, but I was like,
well, let's say he dropped
I was like, what the hell is that? What do you mean? Was it true?
All right, if they ask,
what does that mean?
then
Are
you
they making fun of him?
You just answer the question.
What is it?
Just say, answer it. There's a wives' tale out there that black males have larger penises. That's what
Whose wife?
What?
You saying mommy you saw a black man's penis?
No.
Your wife's?
Maybe, but the fact is, just answer the question.
That's enough floundering. All right, when we come back, we're going to finish this off with Drew just a little bit. Drew, I really want to train you. This conversation is going to come up pretty soon with you in your life. We're going to have to work on this together. We'll be back.
This is LoveLine.
LoveLine will be right back. WEBN.
It's not hard to swallow. We've got a frog in our throat.
Lick it up.
It's LoveLine.
WEBN.
Black males have larger penises.
Oh, wow. Engineer Mike has had himself coffee tonight. Phone number for LoveLine.
He's got a toy.
That's right. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. All right. So tomorrow night we have Ednaswap in here. Ednaswap is the band that sings Torn, and it's the band that originally sang Torn and originally wrote Torn. Now, it wasn't just that they wrote the song, and Natalie Imbruglia.
Imbruglia.
What's her name?
Natalie Imbruglia.
Natalie Imbruglia.
Yeah. G silent.
Who's that guy in her video? Is that like her boyfriend or something? You see her in that video? She's dancing around.
Yeah.
Let me give you my take on videos real fast.
Oh, please.
I want people to do something. Seeing them like a little slice of their life, not interested. I'll go to the effing 7-Eleven and watch the monitor for the camera that goes out into the dairy section if I want to see people standing around.
Adam,
what?
What's your favorite video?
Taboo 2.
Girls on film.
Yeah.
I like that Beastie Boys Sabotage one a lot. Because it's kind of funny. It's got like a Starsky and Hutch thing going on. It was well thought out. You could see a storyboard there. Natalie Imbruglia there, just looking at the guy, kissing him, hugging him, then a piece of the set falls over. I don't know. It's like, honey, you're really cute, and it's fun to watch you, but no one's that good looking. I want to see somebody do something in a video, not just have a relationship. I don't want to see 3 minutes of her getting in a fight with her boyfriend.
The big hairband videos?
Yes.
Some kid
Cherry Pie. Cherry Pie is the best one. Because there's a song that goes somewhere. The guy's singing about cherry pie, and then the chick comes out in like the pie outfit.
Remember we had her on the show a few years ago.
The cherry pie chick?
What's her name? Yeah.
Bobby Brown?
Bobby Brown, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's resurfaced recently. I keep seeing her like on Extra and Access Hollywood. What is that all about?
She must be banging someone else in a band.
She'll be here. Adam will have her here.
Wasn't she going out with Tommy?
Oh, that's the story.
Yeah.
She started telling the inside story.
Oh, Bobby Brown is the one in the cherry pie video?
Yeah.
Well, who sings that cherry pie song? Humble Pie? No, Warrant? Yeah, that's a good video. That's a serious video.
What's the one with the chick that lays on across the Jaguar?
Whitesnake. That's a poster.
That's
that's Whitesnake.
Yeah.
No. Seriously, though, like the Smashing
you
Pumpkins.
don't like that one?
No, that's good. But the Smashing Pumpkins one where they're like in the boat and they go down into the ocean and they fall overboard. You know, that slower Smashing Pumpkins song that they played at the MTV Awards like 2 years ago? Tonight. Yeah, that's a good video. It's something I can watch.
All right.
Okay.
Phone number.
Where are we, Drew?
LOVE1.
Yeah, we got that part out.
Right.
So anyway, Drew's kids are all 5, right?
Yeah.
And they're nuts with the computer already, right?
Yeah.
Especially Jordan.
Yeah.
He can work his way around that computer a hell of a lot better than I can, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You can just say yeah.
No, yeah.
You don't have to indignate.
I had to sort of learn computer to keep up with him.
Right. So here's a guy who could stumble onto one of these porno websites, no problem.
Yeah. When he starts reading, we're going to have a problem.
Well, he stopped from reading. That's what my folks did. Look at me. Look at me now.
Yes. Brilliant.
It was great. We'd be sitting around the dinner table. I'd be 15 years old, and one of them would say, where did you hide Adam's Christmas present this year? And the other would just write it down on a scratch pad and hold it up from across the table. I'd just look at it, but I couldn't figure out what that word was. All right. So anyway, Drew, you're going to have to talk to him about sex maybe earlier.
No, I think 8 to 10 is still the time.
8 to 10?
To start.
Your folks never talked to you about that, did they?
No.
Yeah. Why? It was free. Your folks would have done it. It didn't cost them anything.
Black males have larger penises.
All right, hold on. Jed.
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yep.
What's going on?
My girlfriend, she's 16 years old, and she was diagnosed with breast cancer a year ago.
Really?
Yeah.
So she had a mastectomy?
No. She didn't do anything about it.
Why?
I have no idea.
And
we just hooked up.
And her parents?
To tell her story would take way too long.
Oh, yes.
But
when you say cancer, though, do you mean cancer or do you mean a cyst?
No, cancer. It's not benign.
She has breast cancer.
Right.
All right.
How rare is that for someone who's 16?
Unheard of. I've never come across anything like that.
Well, her sister, who's 19, just had a full hysterectomy day before yesterday to get rid of cervical cancer.
Well, Jed, that has nothing to do with breast cancer.
Well, it's family, you know.
Breast cancer can have a genetic basis, can go in families, but then it's obvious. All the women get it.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Anyway,
they got to start drinking bottled water. That group. I don't know.
No, I mean young women get cervical cancer. That's common.
Yeah.
All right, but both sisters. I mean, they're living too close to the power lines or something.
No, the other one that had the cervical cancer undoubtedly started having sex at a young age and has herpes or warts and they got the cancer. I mean, that's the way it happens.
Really?
Yeah. But the breast cancer, that is rare.
All right. So what did they do about it?
Well, she hasn't done anything. She's starting to now. I'm making her, start going to the doctor. She hasn't even gone to the doctor for almost a year.
They diagnosed breast cancer, and then
she wouldn't go to the doctor. She refused.
And who is in charge of this young lady?
Her mother lives in Idaho. Her her stepdad's a raging alcoholic, and blah blah blah. It doesn't.
But does her mom know she has breast cancer?
Yeah.
And the mom doesn't care?
I guess not.
Well, something's wrong with Mom because Mom married the alcoholic guy who probably did he molest her?
No.
He didn't do anything to her?
No.
Well, that's
okay. Well,
that's
so
nice.
So she's gonna have a mastectomy, right?
Do you have to have a mastectomy when you're?
My question is does breast cancer metastasize?
Yes.
And she's starting to have like shocking pains in her lower back, off to the sides by her
That's
kidneys.
typically where it goes. The
kidney.
spine.
No.
Or the spine.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that was what I was wondering. She told me about this a few days ago.
Yeah, this is you're describing a total disaster to me.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a disaster. Breast cancer is a treatable condition.
If it's caught early.
If it's caught early, yeah.
Right.
And a young person to catch it, it doesn't have to be does it have to be mastectomy? No, they can have lumpectomy and radiation. There's all kinds of options these days. But something that's gone this far, it's going to be all over the place. I mean, can you see the tumor now?
No, I can feel it.
You can feel it though.
And she's got another one that's starting to grow on the other side.
The other side.
Who is her doctor? Is it like a free clinic or something?
No, I don't know who the doctor was.
Well, I mean, here's my point.
Why didn't somebody else track her down?
If she went to see Drew, Drew would get a secretary. Oh no, he would call personally.
Check up.
Drew would follow up.
Right. No, I'd freak out. I'd have to be like,
right. But
think about
here's my point. If her family is what I'm picturing, then they may not have great health coverage, and maybe she's just going to a county hospital, in which case they're not following up.
Right.
I don't know. I don't talk to her very much very in deep about that. I basically have to rip everything out of her that I can, just to get any kind of information. She doesn't like talking about that a lot. But
she's not going to live very much longer if what you're telling us is accurate.
And that's what I was wondering. And I'm not sure. I mean, I'm a pre-med student. I'm a first-year pre-med. And I don't have any real knowledge. But, I mean, when she told me she was starting to have pains in her kidneys,
I have to tell you that the overwhelming probability is that she's lying to you.
I hope so.
That's the overwhelming probability that she doesn't have breast cancer.
I hope it's benign. I know there's the fibrous.
Of course. I mean, cyst, both sides of cyst. She's typical for that age.
Right.
Jed, you're 17. You're pre-med.
Yeah.
What are you hooked up with this chick for? I mean, she sounds nuts, and her family sounds nuts.
She's not nuts. I mean, she's a really good girl.
Jed,
I love her to death.
Yeah, but Jed, she's got issues.
She does, but she keeps them out of the relationship.
No,
I'm the one that initiates this.
I understand, but she's brought him in, and if nothing else, if this is all lying about the tumor and stuff, this is the kind of chaos you can expect. And if it's not, it's even that much more serious.
All right, but I think this is like suicide. I mean, you got to take it seriously.
Oh, absolutely.
And Jed has to, and thank God she hooked up with a guy who was pre-med.
Yeah. There's a real misconception about medical training. I mean, you don't know anything about medical illness until your third year of medical school.
I know, but at least you can have a conversation.
Yeah.
Because most of the guys we talk to, she got herself she got like a loogie or something under her boob, and I'm hoping the loogie don't fall down, drop into her twat area. Are we allowed to say that?
Can I say that?
Mike doesn't know. By the way, I think Mike knows. He just doesn't care. I think that's the new thing. But I mean, he's talking about metastasizing and kidneys, and you're able to actually have a conversation with the lad.
Good point.
All right, I think that's helpful. So anyway, Jed's he's got to get her to help.
Yep.
And then they'll make the decisions. Matt?
Yeah.
You're 16.
Yeah. My girlfriend is like pressuring me to have sex, and I don't know what to do. I mean, it's happened like she was talking to her friends at this spring social dance thing. It's like she's like, my friend told me this, that she was talking to one of her girlfriends, like saying, "Oh yeah, I slept with my boyfriend. It was so good, and like she's one of those girls that has to keep up with everybody else. Has to, like, somebody gets a new outfit, she has to get the new outfit. She won't get the new shoes, get the new shoes. So
Brenda gives her boyfriend a hand job. She's got to give Matt a hand job.
Yeah. She like, I don't know what you do.
Yeah. Well, what's up? How long have you guys been going out?
Like 3 months.
3 months? You like her?
Yeah, she's really cool, but it just came out the blue, you know?
Right. Are you sexually attracted to her?
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that because I have like a Catholic/Jewish background.
Ooh, Catholic and Jewish.
1-2
my
punch.
mom's Catholic. My
That's
mom's
rough.
Jewish.
Cheap and guilty. That's rough.
Well, so I understand. Now, what are you asking us?
Like, I talked this over with my father. He's a gynecologist, and he was like,
He's got to be the Jewish one.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Catholics, they don't go to med school.
And he was telling me that, it's your decision, you know, and all he knows that there's many things I see every day with these girls. And
Hold on, Matt. We're running late for break here. I want to go to break, and then I really want to explore the conversation you had with the rabbi gynecologist. All right, just hang on a second, because listen, when I was 16, if my dad walked past my hamper, I turned beet red. I couldn't imagine my dad talking about.
This is sort of the topic for the night, isn't it?
Yeah, but what's funny is it's his dad is talking to him about vaginas like a cop talks to him about safety on the street. Right. You don't know what it's like out there. You don't know what I see. I'm working South Central Division, Rampart Division. A lot of junkies, pimps, call girls, a lot of things going down out there. You don't want to be out there. He's giving this whole speech, but it's about vaginas.
Yeah.
All right, this is going to be good. We'll be back.
Oh, yeah. Everybody now.
LoveLine will be right back. WEBN.
LoveLine.
All of my most sensitive areas were inflamed.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one.
WEBN.
Or a $2.99
Is available only at the
Sir, there's no alternative.
Hi, this is Miles, Joey, and Tony from Fastball, and you're listening to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Yes, you is. Phone number for LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. Hey, Jonathan Silverman is coming in here on Sunday.
Huh.
We like him.
Has he got new something?
He must have something new.
Can't hear you.
Oh, he's doing a movie? Okay. We'll talk to him about that. Also, next week, West Side Connection. Who's that?
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube? That them?
Yeah.
All right, I'm down with that.
Yeah, you are.
Mac 15 and the rest of the boys.
Exactly.
Todd McCormick, the guy that filled a mansion with marijuana.
Oh, he's coming in?
Yep. Is Harrelson coming with him?
No, Brett didn't want to do it with him.
What?
Todd called and Brett said, I want to do it on my own.
Really?
I swear.
And John Taylor will be in here. You remember him from Duran Duran, and then I think the Neurotic Outsiders, and hey, once in a while I pull one out of my ass under him.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, that's a good one. And what else? What's he got? He's got some new
Solo,
projects?
and he's in town.
Oh, okay.
Performing.
Oh, okay.
Shows.
Nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll settle down. Who loves him? Is that Lisa? Yeah. And I think I asked last time John was in here if he put his penis through a sheet of plywood. I mean, not rammed it through because that would hurt it, but I just
She is so embarrassed.
augured out a hole and he just put his penis through it. Would you grab it? You would, wouldn't you? You would, right? Just through the plywood. And we put like a little hole up top so we could have a cigarette hanging through that hole too. Lisa?
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? If no one was looking?
No.
Yes. And then you'd be able to say you dated him.
You're mean.
That'd be so funny. And then I'd jump out from behind the plywood and yell, yes, yes. You can wash all you want. You'll never get clean.
Where were you tonight before you came here? Huh?
Why?
Where were you just giddy?
No, I was just out to eat.
Did you have wine or something?
No, I had a beer.
Who were you with?
I had a light beer. Nothing exciting.
You're dressed up.
Yeah, a little business meeting. Matt?
Yeah.
You're 16?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
No, Matt is the guy we were talking to with the gynecologist dad.
Oh, that's right.
You see, you're not right.
No, what do you mean? I always do that. I haven't talked to him in like...
4 minutes.
Well, no, it's been like 10 minutes. All right. Matt's father's Jewish, mom's Catholic. Matt has a girlfriend who's been going out with for about 3 months. She wants to have some sex because she's got to keep up with the Joneses.
Right.
And Matt's not so sure he wants to have sex, so he had a little discussion with his gynecologist father.
And how did it go?
It was really weird. I talked to my dad about it.
How did you bring it up?
It was like kind of it's like, hey, Dad, me and Lauren have been going out, and she brought up the questional text, and he like flipped out first.
Oh, he did?
What? What did he do?
Oh, he's like said, what? Are you sure? But
I think.
Did he bring up a dead relative? Oh, if your Uncle Moshe could see you now. He didn't do that?
From a Sarah.
He didn't bring up a dead relative?
No.
All right, so it wasn't too bad.
My first reaction if a kid said that to me would be, how thank you for bringing it up and bringing it to me, and how tough it must be for you.
Did he flip out that you brought it up, or did he just flip out over the notion that you may be having sex?
Both. Not the first one, but the second one. About the...
that he's going to have sex.
Right.
All right,
So what did he explain to you?
It was like late at night, and I told him about it. Then he was tired, so he talked about tomorrow. So tomorrow he came back home from work. He gets home maybe around 9, and he brought these pictures of the graphic pictures of what happens to both genitalia when STDs or sexual transmitted.
Oh my God!
His poor secretary.
This I would not do to a kid.
Poor secretary. Yeah. Clarice, go into the reject file and pull me out It's like Scared Straight.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's like you remember when you took driver's ed and you saw blood on the highway. That's what this is.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. I don't think that's a good.
Wow.
approach.
So he showed you pictures of vaginas with advanced syphilis and things.
This is like reefer madness. This is trying to do it then.
So he showed you what'd he do? Show you a bunch of gristly penises and things like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, in the meantime,
what kind of bedside manner is this for a gynecologist? He needs skills.
Yeah.
No, he only does it to me because I'm his only son. And
all right. So what's the bottom line here? What can we do for you?
I don't know. I talked to my dad. He said, "I know I can't stop you. It's your decision. You do." I have an older sister, and he wanted to tie her up in the basement, and until.
Well, that of course is appropriate.
That's a healthy.
Yeah, of course.
That's a healthy thought.
Because she's his only girl, and I'm his only boy, and so he wants me to wait till marriage, and.
Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna cost him.
And I don't know about that, but
right.
I don't know about 16 years.
Well,
all right, Matt,
all right.
listen.
Listen, you're not ready for you. You're clear on that. So don't be in a hurry, and don't be afraid to say no when somebody's trying to pressure you. And this doesn't sound like much of a girlfriend, really, anyway, if she's really that sort of interested in just keeping up with other people rather than focused on the relationship with you. Make sure your needs are met in the relationship. Make sure she hears how you feel. That's all. Don't be afraid.
Imagine your dad, the overbearing gynecologist.
Well, imagine my kids. They have a guy with a radio show and a talk show. And stuff. I think I have to come.
That's
what is going to go through there?
That's its own disaster. That really is. You're going to have to. You know what?
Go home tonight and talk to them?
No, I was going to say move them to another country and raise them.
Why?
It doesn't like Japan. They need to be raised in a different culture. It's not going to work out because Drew, your star just keeps getting brighter and brighter. Those kids are going to be humiliated. Hear Dad on the radio talking about penises and shankers and all sorts of stuff like that. God, that is bizarre. Matt's dad brought home pictures of things with big herpes sores on it. Oh, boy. Maggie?
Yeah.
You're 19.
Sure am.
I bet he was thinking, Jesus Christ, Dad, you couldn't have worked at a hardware store or something. You had to be a gynecologist.
What's going on, Maggie?
Well, my fiance
He's out on the road right now. He's on a hitchhiking trip. We've been together. It'll be 3 years at the end of the month.
How old is he?
He's 20.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a 2-year-old daughter. And basically, off and on, he's been helping me, but we've lived together ever since we've been together, and now...
Let me translate hitchhiking trip. Acid trip. That's like the guys who follow the Grateful Dead and stuff. Yeah, they do acid, and then they hitchhike their way across the United States, and then they come home 6 months later and they don't remember.
They have a different personality.
I think I was in Albuquerque, but I can't remember.
No, it's not an acid trip. I mean, he was unhappy, and he said he wanted to go and find himself, and I said, okay, if you need to go, go. But now he's coming back at the end of the month. He said he's going to stay for a couple days, and then he wants to leave again. And
where's he going?
He wants to go to Alaska.
Oh, boy.
But he's one of these hippie guys, right? Yeah.
He says he's not, but
of course he is.
Hard, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm just ready. I mean, I don't know what to do. He just has never grown up. I've basically been...
How old is he?
He's 20.
That's what it sounds like, Maggie. You're
listen,
right.
and believe me, time does not heal these guys. I have friends that do this.
They still do it at 35.
Yeah. 33, but yeah. They still do it. They just keep going. It's basically, they're always talking about finding themselves. They're always talking about experiencing life. And meanwhile, they want to borrow $10 so they can find themselves.
Right.
It's really sort of, it's narcissism.
Oh, yes.
Ultimately, they're doing their thing and screw you. And screw anyone around them. Screw their parents. Screw whoever. In your case, screw you, screw your kid, which is his kid.
Again, think how much failure there is here in his capacity to empathize for your mutual child's needs. It's like they don't matter. And this is serious time in a child's development. I mean, your child needs the father around, and it's I'd rather go hitchhiking. Wow. I'll be back for a little while, but then I'm going to Alaska.
Hey, Maggie. But here's your part. This guy, you tell him to take his thumb, stick it out, and then put it in his ass. And
put his head in there with it.
Yes. See if you can tell him to put his head in his ass and see if he can't flag down a ride on his lower intestines. All right?
Okay.
Well, the guy's an idiot.
Well...
and here's the deal. Here's what you tell him. You tell him you leave, you're not coming back.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on, but I didn't know to...
And call him Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Let him come back, but so you can have a face-to-face conversation.
Here's the deal.
It's still the child's dad, so...
Yeah, the guy comes back and you tell him, look, go hitchhike to hell, and you're going to pay, though. I guarantee it. And believe me, they got these laws now. You know, I was watching a whole thing on A&E today about...
deadbeat dads.
On Moms Mabley. Wait a minute. Ma Barker.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Ma Barker. A great gang, you know. Her sons, there's this mom in the 30s, and she had these 4 sons, and they all just went out and robbed banks.
Right.
It's always kind of fun, like in the old days, you know, kind of Bonnie and Clyde kind of stuff, Tommy guns and Stetson hats and things like that. But the reality is these guys just shot people right in the face and stuff.
That's right.
The Barker gang was horrible.
Right.
I mean, they were vicious. Yep. They would go into a bank, they'd kick the door open, they'd go to rob the place, and if anyone said anything, they'd just take a shotgun, blow the guy's head off, and they'd kill 5 people, and they'd blow out of town again. But these guys blew in and out of, but they would just move, and you couldn't find them anymore.
Yeah.
There's no radios, no computers, there's none of this internet tracking, there's nothing. You just leave. This deadbeat hippie, though, they can track him. They'd tag the guy like caribou. Watch him migrate around the country. All right.
They'll get him.
I'll be back with more stories after this.
The phone number for LoveLine is 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine, I'll be right back. WEBN.
Oh, yeah, right there. It's LoveLine. On WEBN.
Hey, it is LoveLine.
Bad.
Yeah, All right, we're going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to take a little 10-second break, and we'll be right back.
This is LoveLine on radio station.
We're the G spot on your radio dial.
Oh, you're right there.
LoveLine on 102.7.
Oh.
Black males have a larger penis.
All right, hold on. LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. No, that was Mammy Kizzy. Moms Mabley. And what do you think the name is?
I don't know.
Moms Mabley?
I don't know.
Who is that? You know that name, though, right?
Yeah, it just sounds familiar. Yeah.
But fairly clearly.
Yeah.
We know
Why
what
don't
it
we
is.
open up the phone lines and let people call in?
All right.
Ann, you know who that is?
No.
You ever heard of that name?
No.
No? Sherri? Sherri has.
What?
Moms Mabley?
Yeah.
Now, who is that?
She's a really old, I don't know even if she's still alive, but she was a comedian, and she was like toothless, and she had like this big old hat, and she'd be like talking about young studs and stuff.
Is that an old black woman?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. See? And wasn't it Moms Mabley? See?
There you go.
All right. See, I knew Sherri knew. Lisa's too busy thinking about John Taylor's penis.
How long ago was the last time Mom Mabley or whatever performed?
Oh, it had to be 50 years.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. When did Napoleon have his last battle, though, Ann?
Oh, yeah, and she's in the same category.
Let me just take some calls. That's
Okay,
what this show's
funny
about.
guy.
April.
Yeah.
You're 21.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, though, could you look up in the computer? Maybe you can find a picture of her or something. God, love that Sherri. All right, April?
Yeah.
What's going on?
A friend of mine, a couple weeks ago, she just came out to her parents and told them that she had been abusing a variety of different drugs for the last probably 4 years, and she's only 18. And so I was just wondering, what's the best thing to do? At the time, she wanted to go through counseling, and now she is thinking twice about it, and she doesn't want to.
Is she an addict?
What was that?
Is she addicted?
For what she says, I guess, yeah.
What is she doing?
She said that she's been huffing, doing crank.
What's huffing? What's huffing?
Well, she called it huffing, I guess.
Well, it's huffing isn't bad, but huffing leads to puffing, and puffing leads to blowing the house down.
Like smelling gas and
You're just cracking your own ass up tonight. That's when there's something wrong with it.
She's smelling gas?
Yeah, I guess.
Drew, you're going to be smelling gas in about 5 minutes, too. All right. All right, so, yeah, that's bad. That kills your brain cells.
Yeah.
But what else is she doing? Because these are not necessarily addictive behaviors. This is her drug abuse.
Yeah, exactly.
So she's not got strung out or anything. She's not using anything every day.
Well, she told her mom that she was doing crank every day before school, and she kept vodka in her locker at
All right.
school.
Okay. Well, then she needs treatment for
What's
addiction.
the theme tonight? Come clean with your folks? You know what I mean? Is there a theme? Is everyone telling their folks about stuff? We start off the beginning of the show, guy tells his dad, hey, I caught you whacking off. Then we got a guy, half hour later, he's telling his dad, hey, my girlfriend wants to have sex with me. What should I do? Now we have, for Christ's sake, an 18-year-old huffer going to her mom and saying, I got a problem with drugs. I bring vodka in, I do crank. Well, who says this to their parents?
Well, it's good that they're doing it.
It is, but I got to wonder, she must hate her mom, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. You hate your mom when you tell her that you've been trying to kill yourself, essentially.
All right. Well, she needs to be treated, and she needs to be treated in a hospital. It sounds like what more can I say? I don't know her. It's not her calling. It is a very serious situation. It's hard for an 18, 17-year-old to participate or embrace the process of treatment. It really requires a sense of oneself, which is pretty fully developed, and an interpersonal skill, which allows someone to connect on very intimate issues. If she's got all that, she can get treatment and do quite well.
By the way, this adds credence to my theory, which is whenever somebody comes clean with someone and tells them the truth, it's usually sort of F you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When the woman tells her husband she's been cheating with the pool guy,
yeah,
it's F you. When a 18-year-old says to mom, hey, listen, I drink a quart of vodka before school every day, F you.
Yeah.
It's nice that they're coming clean, but the reason they're coming clean is the F you part.
Yeah.
I usually believe that. Ben.
Yeah.
You're 20.
I've got a question for Drew.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a coffee house about 3 days ago, and they have a steak special, like $5.99 all you can eat, 12-ounce steak with baked potato and a salad and dinner roll and a drink.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Is it
too good to be true.
The chives?
Chives and sour cream?
Yeah.
Really? Is that on the side, or they put that on the potato?
They put it on the side.
It was the potato wrapped in foil, or did they put it straight on the barbecue?
It's wrapped in foil.
Oh, okay.
But
Now, when they break the top, do they scrunch the potato up so it sort of volcanoes out, or do they sort of chop it up?
no, this is one of those places that'll microwave all your food so they can get it out to you in about 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing's ever quite cooked.
Mm-hmm. Is a salad just a regular dinner salad?
Yeah.
It's not Caesar or anything like that?
No, nothing special.
But your choice of dressing, right?
Yeah.
Thousand Island Ranch.
French. But anyway, I'm calling about
Wait a minute. What?
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm calling because I think I
Is that the Italian?
Worms.
Oh, worms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. What about worms?
And I was wondering how I could get rid of them.
What worms are you talking about?
I think the pinworm. It's just it's like a quarter of an inch. It's not very.
Are those the ones you think I have, Drew?
Yeah.
Well, 80% of the population in the United States supposedly has them, right? Or
Well, I don't know this that high.
Oh, come on. My asshole's starting to itch.
The little kids get those.
Just hearing that.
Have you been around any children lately?
No.
And
do you get them from beef?
How did you notice this?
It just happened like maybe 4 or 5 hours after going to this coffee place to have this.
It has nothing to do with that, I guarantee you.
Okay.
So how did you notice you have these?
It just started itching really bad, and I don't know.
Hey, did it itch at night and in the morning especially?
Just at night.
I told you, Adam. That's when the worms come out.
Yeah. At
And so
about
what, you
10
just
or 11.
You just found one there?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, there's I think it's just even one dose of...
Where do you find them? I mean, like on a piece of toilet paper or your...
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Okay. Well,
What does it look like?
The little tiny little itty bitty worms that squirm around.
And could you imagine?
Oh, I would die.
You know what I would do?
Are they white?
No, they're itsy bitsy.
What color are they?
They're like
clear. They look
like a neutral color. Yeah, neutral.
Fairly neutral.
Did you freak out
Well, you think they're going to clash with your panties, huh?
with my sheets?
So there are no children in your household?
No.
Did you freak?
No, they're very common.
Yeah, but
Oh, if I found a worm in my butt, I would freak.
I would freak too. I'd go crap on the lawn and then I would run as fast as I could
After
for as
I
far
drag
as
my
I could.
butt on the carpet.
Right. I really would. I would just run like I know that would be my instinct. Just run as fast as I could run.
Running away from your rear end.
You figure, I know it's not healthy, but it's like when you catch on fire. You know, people run even though it just fans the flames. It would be an impulse.
All right, as I remember, the treatment is a single dose of a. I think Bendazole or something like that. There are various...
Bendazole?
No.
Bend-over-dazole?
I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, I've heard that 100 billion times.
Yeah, you just go to the doctor, get it treated, and that's it. It's over.
Okay.
But it has nothing to do with your baked potato and steak. All right?
It doesn't? No. You can't get that from raw steak or something? You don't think so?
I'd have to look it up, but
Well, how does it get into you? I mean, can you ingest it and then it works its way all the way through your tract and then comes out down there?
Right. I think it's usually by person-to-person kind of contact, though, if I remember right. Yeah.
But don't you have to ingest it
Somehow,
in like an egg form? Because the live worm wouldn't make it through you alive, would it?
It has to contaminate something, right? Yeah.
So you have to get
Adam would have to look it up. I mean, I bring the textbooks.
Have you done looking up Moms Mabley, engineer Mike? Could you look up pinworm, please? No. Okay.
I've treated it a couple of times. It's very simple to treat.
Does the doctor have to...
You're supposed to take some tape and put it in the vicinity during the night, and they get stuck on the tape.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Like a two-sided tape.
Would it be funny, though, if you pulled the tape off at the end, there's like a raccoon? Something else
well,
there.
with you, that would be torture with all that hair. What would you do?
You never find the tape again.
Oh.
That'd be painful.
Yeah. I swear, if a doctor told me to do that, I think I'd have a lawsuit. I really would. So do you have to
document
it? When you go in for this, does the guy have to take a look, or can you just take the guy's word for it and give you the medication?
You should document it.
You should take a look?
Yeah.
Do you use a stick?
No.
Oh, that's a deal breaker. Todd?
Yes.
Uh-oh. You're 27?
Yes.
80% of people don't have this, do they?
Not in my experience.
Because my ass has been itching for 5 years, but I've never seen a worm.
I keep telling you that's what you have, though.
I know. Todd?
Yes.
What's going on?
After about 2 years of a abusive relationship from my wife, this weekend she assaulted me pretty bad and put me in the hospital. Had to get 42 staples in my chest. And
she attack you with a knife or something?
Scissors.
Oh my God.
And the kids are with me now. And
How many kids?
I'm sorry?
How many kids do you have?
2.
Okay.
We have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And well, she's in like the hospital now for like the mental hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And her trial for like felony assault is coming up in probably, I guess, next week or something.
Where were you when she attacked you with the scissors?
In our house.
So the kids witnessed this?
No, actually, the weird thing is the kids were at their grandfather's house spending the night.
Yeah. Well, what were you doing? Were you lying down in bed or something?
No, we were arguing, but I had been, abused by her like while I'm sleeping or whatever.
Right.
But we were arguing and yelling and stuff, and she grabbed the scissors and she grabbed me by my hair one time and chopped a big chunk of hair out, and then finally it ended up she took the scissors and she sliced me down the chest, and I got about an 18-inch scar.
18 inches?
Yeah, it goes from about my neck down to almost my belly button.
Hey, why, Drew?
Yeah.
Why staples instead of stitches? Stronger?
Well, it's just quicker.
Oh, it is?
It's a huge...
Because an 18-inch scar would be like 400 stitches, right?
It'd be a lot of stitches, yeah.
Oh, boy. All right, so... Now, did she do any other damage other than a flesh wound?
Well, it goes into my stomach muscles a little bit, and I've got internal stitches, the kinds that dissolve in my stomach muscles.
So that's how deep it was.
Yeah.
They had to do a couple layers. That's incredible.
Yeah. Okay, so she has serious problems, but you have problems too because you married her.
Well, yeah, and I plan on I'm filing for divorce and everything like that.
What is her?
I don't know. Why don't you just give it okay.
What is her psychiatric diagnosis?
Oh boy.
I don't know. Part of her like court thing is she's not allowed to come to my house.
This is her first. This is her first psychiatric hospitalization.
No, she had been admitted before as a teenager or whatever, but since her and I have been together, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so you made a mistake. You got married. You had a couple of kids. She turned out to be nuts. It sounds like she's got to do a little time for this.
Yeah.
She may just get probation. I don't know, but the reason I'm calling though is to ask about. I mean, I'm a strong guy. I can deal with all this, but the only thing I can't deal with is my 3-year-old keeps saying, "Where's mommy? Where's mommy? Where's mommy?" And
he needs mom. I mean, you can't. I think you shouldn't take the kids away completely.
Well, I'm not planning on doing that. With the divorce, I'm asking for full custody, but I plan on telling her, supervised visitation as much as she wants until she has a clean bill of mental health, and then she can have partial custody, half custody or whatever. But I mean, for right now, I mean.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on.
Hey, where's mommy? Where's mommy?
All right.
Well,
what do you tell the kid right now, Drew?
Yeah, there's no way you can't rationalize with a 3-year-old. So there's no information that you can give a 3-year-old that really will make sense to him or her. It's just she's away and she'll be back. Everything's fine. That's about all you can do.
Yeah. Don't listen. Feel free to BS a kid. I wish my parents had the dignity to BS me when I was a kid. I was like, Mommy's having an emotional breakdown. She's smoking too much weed. It's like you couldn't BS me. Just a little like the mommy fairy came by and dropped her off in the magical mommy land, and she's sprinkling some pixie dust on
How old were you
mommy's,
when all that happened?
What?
When she started doing that?
No, I wasn't 3.
How old were you? Like 7, 8?
No, when it started doing what?
Locking yourself in the room.
Well, it wasn't an everyday occurrence. I don't want to listen. I'm getting enough crap from my family these days. You understand?
But how old? But I'm just wondering. I don't want that to go out there. I mean, you shouldn't be being an 8-year-old.
Oh, well, I was probably 16. Yeah. So, I was probably 7, 8. Something like that.
Yeah. See, it's a little too old for.
I know, but mild BS.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kids need that. They really do. They really do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I remember there was this hillside slasher. Remember that guy?
Right.
Remember the hillside slasher?
Yeah.
I don't know where he is. He probably owns property now. He's probably paroled 8 years ago.
Right.
He's eyeballing some kid anyway. I thought this guy was going to come to my house and kill me, and I could have used a little BS. Don't worry. He can't do that. I'll kill him or something like that.
Right.
There's like a little bit parental BS.
Right.
Embellishment more than BS.
Artistic license.
Yeah. Joe.
Hello?
You're 16.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I made a screen for a pipe out of an aluminum can.
Yeah.
And I didn't scrape off the paint, so for like the past week I've been inhaling like paint fumes or something.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering what the health risks are.
Mountain Dew?
Nah, it was a Coca-Cola, man.
No, okay. You were drinking the Mountain Dew while you're smoking out a Coke can, though, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, listen, everybody's done that.
But I would say compared to the amount of pot that it's insignificant compared to the damage marijuana does.
I think you suck. I'm sure Engineer Mike's done that. I've done that before. I think you end up, whatever the bad part of the pain is, you probably inhale it in your first time or two around. After that, you know what I mean?
I can just smoke as much paint as I want.
Yeah.
No, we're not saying that. I mean, I worry about the lead, and I worry about it's not really a volatilized hydrocarbon at that point.
Is what?
I mean, hydrocarbons that are volatilized are really damaging to the brain, but when it's dried paint, I'm not sure what the chemical.
Well, it's probably not the world's greatest thing. I don't think there's lead in it, though. I don't think they don't have lead-based paints anymore.
Okay.
Listen, it's not great for you, but it ain't gonna kill you. Hey, what
you're
about
already doing stuff that's horrible for you? I mean, it's insignificant.
Would Diet Coke be better? I mean, that can less properties in it.
Than what? Than paint can?
Yeah.
I suspect. I don't know.
I'm just making a joke, Drew. Joe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Drew's concerned. Why don't you have a bong?
I don't have any money.
All right, listen to me, Joe.
Yeah.
I don't mind smoking pot.
Yeah.
But let me... are you stoned now?
No.
Really?
Really?
Okay, listen. I don't want to bum your high here, but I don't believe pot's going to kill anybody, and I don't even believe it should be illegal. But here's the thing: I don't think 16-year-olds or 15-year-olds should be smoking weed, and I'll tell you why. Because I can tell a 16-year-old that's been smoking weed, and that's it. You know what I mean?
You can tell because it changes their biology.
When I can start telling you do anything, it's bad. Meaning, hey, if you want to do a little Coke on the weekends, do a little Coke. If you want to have a few highballs, a couple of cocktails, and a beer every night, by all means, be my guest. You want to put on a leather mask and beat the crap out of your gay partner and sodomize him, by all means, go ahead and do it. But if I start seeing you with strap marks on your ass, then I'm concerned. And if I see you having difficulty forming sentences with your eyes closed and you're laughing at the retarded jokes that some DJ's making, then I'm concerned. And if I see and there's blood trickling out of your nose when we're sitting at the dinner table, then I'm concerned. And that's what it is. It's not really the drug, I think, with marijuana that's inherently good or inherently evil. Oh, and because it's not evil, well, now I can do it, and that's cool. It's how much you do it, when you do it, and what you don't do because you're doing so much of it. Yeah, I smoke pot once in a while, but that's my business. I'm an adult. I got a house. I got 2 jobs. I make money. I pay my bills. And if I want to go home on a weekend and put my feet up on my coffee table, watch my TV, and smoke a joint, that's my business. That's fine. I don't get stoned and come into work. I don't get stoned and get behind the wheel unless I'm hungry. And, I mean, I don't do that. And I don't feed it to the neighbor's 12-year-old. Do what you want. Don't hurt anybody.
You're not addicted to it. You're not.
And it's the same. Hey, I feel the same way with a gun. Go ahead and have a gun. Put it in a lock case. And don't let your kids play with it. Okay. We'll be back.
Roger, you got yourself a LoveLine. LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. We'll be right back. WEBN.
Man turns animal for the erotic pleasures of women.
It's LoveLine.
All right.
WEBN.
Hi, this is Jonathan Silverman.
And Joey Slotnick.
We always listen to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Yes, they do. And Jonathan Silverman, who we really like, will be in here. Maybe he's doing like My Weekend with Bernie 5 or something. He'll be in here coming up Sunday. Ednaswap will be in here tomorrow night. They are the original Torn singers. Torn, you know the song, Drew?
Nope.
It's a good song. It's the one that Natalie Imbruglia sings. Anyway.
What do you got there, Adam?
Well, facts here for Mr. Adam C. I find your comments regarding the city of Van Nuys insulting. I don't remember talking about Van Nuys for a while.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking of is Van Nuys is a city out here in Los Angeles or in Southern California. And Van Nuys is where all the Department of Building and Safety and the Water Department and it's where the Van Nuys Courthouse and all the parking enforcement people and all those guys are there. That's where the big court scene is, Van Nuys. Anyway, this guy finds my comments regarding Van Nuys, the city of Van Nuys, insulting. Well, you know what I find insulting? I had my car destroyed about 3.5 years ago, and those Fs have done nothing. I've called them. They wanted a letter. I sent them a letter. They never called back. They've done nothing because there's no money in it for them. Maybe if I put a little bounty on the guy, they'd go get him. Anyway, as a former official there, I can say this. Your comments are out of line. Then again, you probably don't even need to read, you probably don't even read your faxes. Even if you did, they would not get past your thick skull. That's from Ryan. He's worked at the water department the summer of 1992. Listen, how much allegiance can you have to Van Nuys? Those of you who don't know what Van Nuys is, it's a dump. It is a dump. Let's face it. I come from North Hollywood, and people in North Hollywood laugh at people in Van Nuys. It's a dump. It's a crime-ridden dump. North Hollywood's a dump, too. My whole family lives in North Hollywood. They're nuts. But Van Nuys is like a dump, and the parking meter guys show up there to go to work. They do nothing over there. It's basically a big extortion racket, and that's about it. They just extort money. And when you need them, they treat you like crap. That's it. Some guy destroyed my car, so I went into court, and they yelled at me. Sit down. I said, pardon me, I'm a victim here. I'm the person that the crime was perpetrated on, and I'd like to sit down. Hey, Rusty, I just want to know, do I have to sit down? They're rude. They're backed up. They do nothing. And if you don't owe them money, they ain't interested. And that's the way it works. You owe them $5 for a parking ticket, they're going to send a SWAT team to your house. Some a-hole owes you $4,000 for destroying your car. They don't get off their ass. That's the bottom line. And that's why Van Nuys is a dump. Will, you're 28. Turn the radio down. Okay.
Forgot it.
Maybe it was a pot call. What was his question? Was prescribed Prozac for gambling problem. Well, I don't know. That's a good. Was that the problem?
Yeah.
Wow, that's too good. We gotta give him another shot. Did I hang up on him?
Sure, talking to him.
Oh, she is. Sherri, did you get hold of him? Mom Sherri, did you get hold of him? No. All right, we'll get back to Will. She's a Prozac for a gambling problem. April,
Uh-huh.
you're 23.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
I'm 35 weeks pregnant, and I haven't had any complications so far. Everything's going fine. But tonight when I was in the shower, I was washing myself down there, and something was sticking out of my vagina. And
Tentacle?
What?
A tentacle?
No, it wasn't part of the baby because I can feel the baby in my stomach moving.
Mm-hmm.
I called my gynecologist, and I think I woke him up. He didn't sound too interested, and he just said to come in Friday morning.
What'd that call? Let's do a little LoveLine recreation. Hello, Dr. Feigenbaum. Huh? April?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, basically, I told him that, which is what I told you.
We're doing some role playing here, April.
Oh.
What's going on?
Okay, while I was in the shower, I discovered something was popping out of my vagina.
Yeah, it's April. You're 2 weeks pregnant? How many weeks?
35.
Oh yeah, that's normal. Yeah, come in Friday.
What do you think you saw? What did it feel like?
Well, I looked at it with a mirror.
Yeah.
And it's just like a purple lump.
You sure it's not an umbilical cord?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, jeez.
I've been having throbbing pain.
Mucus plug?
Area.
In the what?
I've been having throbbing pain.
Where?
In my crotch area since Sunday. But my mom said that was normal.
I would sure want somebody to look at this, April. I'm very uncomfortable.
But my doctor.
I am too, but for probably different reasons.
I mean, there could be lots of. I mean, it wasn't a foot, right?
No, I can feel the baby moving.
Yeah, I know, but they could throw an arm out or a foot out or something. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Has that ever happened?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
But I worry about it being a cord or God knows what, or some maybe.
Wouldn't her water have to break for an arm or a
Yeah,
foot
but
to
she
go
may
out?
not have been aware.
Oh, because she's in the shower.
Or she may, yeah, I mean,
It'd be like
mucus plug already come out?
yeah. I mean, she doesn't know.
It'd be like one of those jokes where, like, you're washing up and all of a sudden an arm comes out and hands you a loofah and you go, "Oh, thank you." What?
Now, weird things can happen. I just am really uncomfortable with you not having, somebody not looking at this. I mean, I don't want to countermand what your doctor told you, but I would think for my wife, you'd be in the emergency room right now. Okay.
Let me say this though, Drew. Sometimes we talk to callers that have a relationship with their doctor that we don't really know about, meaning maybe April called him 15 other times and woke him up.
Right.
Have you done that, April?
No, this is the first time I've ever called him. I've only seen him 2 other times.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, he didn't even know who I was. I had to tell him.
Can you describe better to me what you're saying? Is it actually something from the inside protruding out? It's not something like in the wall of the vagina, or nothing from the lips or anything like that?
No, I kind of have to open up the lips to see it.
And was it round or?
And then it's round and it's purplish, and I can't tell where it's coming from. I'm afraid to poke around in there.
And it's a smooth surface.
It looks pretty. Yeah.
Can you tell how big it is?
It's about the size of my thumb.
And you're walking okay, no problems that way?
Yeah, I've just been having some throbbing pain once in a while when I walk around.
What's your boyfriend think?
I don't have a boyfriend.
Oh, what's the guy who knocked you up? What's he think?
I'm separated from him.
Oh, okay. I know, Drew, you're surprised. You thought she'd say she has a husband.
No, of course not.
No, I knew
I have
that.
a husband. I'm divorcing him now.
All right. You divorce him before the kid comes out?
Yes.
All right. What'd he do?
He was an asshole.
Oh, okay. Why'd you marry him then?
Pregnant?
No, actually, I got pregnant after I married him. It's a long story.
Oh, okay. I just like asking questions like a kid would ask, but I realize they're perfect questions. We're getting divorced. Why? Asshole. Oh, why'd you marry him? Okay, smart ass. Okay, so when did you guys get married? You're 19?
No, just this past September.
Oh, okay.
I wish you would go to an emergency room.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think she should.
Well,
what could it hurt?
Yeah. 35 weeks. I mean, you don't want anything to go wrong right there. You really
what's
don't.
that, like 3 months?
And she's just about there. So
how many weeks do you go normally?
40 weeks.
40?
Yeah.
I wish people just say 8 months. Actually, in that case, it'd be a little less than 8 months, right?
Yeah, where she is now?
Yeah.
She 8.5 months, right?
No, I thought it was 9 months.
Right, but she's at 8.5.
Well, that's 35 weeks. You said you go 40 weeks.
Right.
So do the math.
What are you saying? It's a lunar calendar. Complete 9 months. What are you saying?
Saying if nine
was 10.
If 9 months is 40 weeks.
10,
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
It's a lunar
Don't
calendar.
think like just when it hits the ninth.
You complete 9 months.
You complete the 9th month, so it's really.
You don't count the month until you've completed it, basically.
Yeah, but it's still 9 months, right?
Yeah.
Still be 9 months.
Yeah.
Like 9 months from now, be 9 months, right? Still
but
9 months.
If you said when is where are we in April? When is?
All right, but let me say something. Is 9 months 40 weeks?
No, it's if what is the 9th month from now? You would be talking about completing 8 months because you'd reach that 9th month after 8 months had been completed.
How many weeks are you pregnant for?
40, 42 weeks.
40 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, and 40 weeks is let's see, 4 times 9 is 42. Is that it? 1836. Okay, so wait a minute. Is 40 weeks 9 months? Do the math here, Drew.
4 times.
Because we got to do days here. How many days in a month average? 30? It's not like 29.7 or something like that. Sherri, 30? Sorry, Ann, I just want to make sure. All right, did you figure something out, Drew? Listen to me. 40 weeks, right?
It's almost 10.
Well, wait a minute. What's 4 times 9?
36.
36. Okay. But that'd be assuming there's 28 days in a month. Right?
Right.
So that's about 40 weeks. Yeah. Here's what I'm asking, Drew. How can she be pregnant at 35 weeks and you say she's 8.5 months pregnant? That's the initial question I have for you. All right, listen, we got to go to break.
All right.
We're going to write this down.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Not really.
No, okay. We'll be back. I think Drew's going to be wrong, too.
Could be. I don't know what you're asking yet. Let's go
you don't know my question.
Let's go to break.
Okay, we'll be back.
LoveLine will be right back.
WEBN.
Hey, what's happening? It's LoveLine. All right. I'm Ace Rockola. That is Dr. Drew. We're having a bit of a punchy show tonight, but that's all right. I think it's a good one. Phone number. Forget the phone number. All right. Now, when we left off, we're just going to finish this real quick.
Yeah.
Here's my original question, Drew. And you're confusing things. Just relax. Just quiet down. If a pregnancy is 40 weeks, which is about
Ann, is Mark Lebed coming in here on Wednesday? Okay.
I'll never to ask him.
I've got. Well, Ann, remind Adam to ask.
Here's what I told Ann though. I said, listen, if you get pregnant on January 1st, when are you due? If you go to the nutritionist and say to him or her, I'm pregnant January 1st. You are due then October 1st because that would be...
It's October. It would be like the middle of October probably.
So it's about 9.5 months.
Yeah.
Right. But it's the same as if you took a job January 1st and you quit in the middle of October and you said it's time to pay me and your boss argued with you. You'd say, I've been here for 9.5 months.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
All right. So the original question is, how can you be, if you're 40 months, if you're 40 weeks, if you give birth in 40 weeks and our caller was 35 weeks pregnant, why is she 8.5 months? I think she's 7.5 months.
All right.
Okay. Drew's a beaten man. Kyle?
Hello.
Hey, you're 22. What's going on?
What's going on? Yeah, I was wondering if you guys knew anything about, like, specific herbs that would be good to take.
How bizarre is that?
Coming off, like, dope.
Heroin?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to come off heroin...
Drew, weren't you just having this discussion with me?
That's very bizarre. I just was, I run a detox unit, and just had a patient come in who insisted on being detoxed with herbs.
I run a mobile DJ.
And you're basically wasting your time. Every addict wants an easier way out. I mean, you're using heroin, for Christ's sake. You know?
Go back.
You at least use some safe substances to make sure you come off the life-threatening chemical that you're choosing to use. Forget about the herbs. Use what works. There are some very effective medications to help you off heroin. The clonidine, these alpha-2 agents are very good. Neurontin, I've had good results with. Robaxin, Bentyl, Motrin, these are very helpful for the pains and muscle cramps and abdominal pain that goes along with it. Occasionally, Ativan for people that are really having severe problems with withdrawal, and occasionally that Ativan needs to be given in a shot form. But it needs to be in a very supervised setting, highly structured, or you're just not going to make it. Okay?
Yeah, that's better than taking herbs.
Oh, well, give him a break. He's using the heroin.
Yes.
Yes, it's better.
Yes, better.
Well, it's just using, like, I'd rather not use chemicals.
Kyle, you're addicted to a life-threatening compound, okay? You're rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic if you want to use herbs right now. That's not this. You got to get involved in treatment, and you have to take this serious. I have had 2 patients die in the last couple of days of this damn disease, and it's making me sick. And everybody looks around like, oh, how could they die? They're just heroin, just alcoholics. How could this happen? Happens all the time.
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
What do you figure you've been injecting into your...
I don't inject it.
Oh, what do you figure you've been snorting?
Smoking.
For the last, however, period of time you've been smoking it? You've been smoking, like, ginger root mixed in with a little ginkgo?
No, some gnarly stuff.
Yeah, some crap that some guy stepped on with like some rat poison or something.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, so feel free to go without the herbs for a little while until you detox, and then you can become pristine. Stop kidding yourself, Kyle, please.
And get involved in a program. You will not make it without recovery. It just doesn't happen.
What is up with that, Kyle? you forget about herbs. Listen, you're not Yul Givens. You're a junkie.
And
right?
This is a life-threatening problem. Okay? Herbs are not going to solve that. I wish it did. It'd be great.
Right.
All right, Kyle. Do what you have to do, but don't do it with herbs, please.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
All right.
Later.
I hate methadone too. It's the other thing people get involved with. I just think that's a disaster.
Now listen, people are in denial. I told the time I went to that actor guy's house many years ago when I was a carpenter and even early carpenter, and he was telling me about building him some oak cabinetry, and I explained to him that we'll just rip the sides of 24 inches, make that out of oak ply, 3/4 oak ply, and then we'll put a solid oak face frame on the thing. Plywood. No plywood. I said, you got to make the sides of the cabinets out of the oak ply because they're this wide. They're big sheets, 2-3 feet wide. They don't even make oak. You can't find solid oak. You'd have to, like, laminate it. It'd have to look like a butcher block, you know? And it was real expensive. I wouldn't even know how to do it. No ply. I said, listen, you can't tell the difference. It's got a veneer. It's got an actual, it doesn't look like Formica. It has an actual oak veneer on it. And then you put the solid oak hardnose, bullnose on there, and you're done. Every house in America has this. Donald Trump's apartment has this in it, I guarantee you. No, you don't understand. I don't want plywood in my house. I said, why not? It gives off a a vibe. I said, hey, you're smoking a cigarette right now, aren't you? Yeah. What about that vibe? And I know you got a bowl of Coke in the bedroom. The guy was smoking a effing cigarette when he was telling me about the vibe that the plywood was giving off. And I thought to myself, oh, she's talking about compensation. You know, just getting such denial in their life. And I'm worried about the vibe that the plywood. Meanwhile, the guy's smoking 2 packs a day. He's probably banging some 15-year-old, and he's got a big bowl of Coke in the next room. Oh, these actors. They're horrible. All of them. Nancy, you're 19. No, wait a minute. Let's see if we can hear what's going on over there.
Sure. Oh, isn't it nice and non-judgmental?
Okay, what the hell just happened?
What?
I can no longer hear the show. Maybe it's over, although there's still 10 minutes.
What? Yeah.
I just got knocked off.
Maybe not.
Wait, okay.
What?
Why don't we talk to her?
Nancy?
Yeah? Hi, Adam. Hi, Dr. Drew.
Hey!
Hi, I've been a huge fan since I was 12. You guys are so cool.
Really? We were just listening to you and your lesbian partner.
Yeah. Okay. She's just a friend.
They all start that way.
Yeah. Well, I do live in Northampton, so.
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah.
Where are you hearing us in Northampton?
Well, I'm from the Pasadena area.
Yeah.
So
you go to Smith?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my God.
Is that lesbian school?
How weird is that?
When Drew doesn't answer, it means yes. Where's Northampton?
It's right next to Amherst.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's in Western Massachusetts.
So where do you hear the show?
Well, because I live in Los Angeles, so I've listened to it for a really long time, and then I came to school here.
So you're just calling us because you know we're on the air right now?
Yeah, and I know the phone number.
I see.
All right.
Well, say hi to Smith for me. I've had many beautiful Thursday night meals there. Right? They still have still
candlelight dinners.
They have candlelight dinners, Yorkshire pudding, and roast beef on Thursday night.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, unbelievable.
And tea on Fridays.
Yeah. All right, Your Highness. For Christ's sake, I was eating at the Arby's when I was 19, fishing through the dumpster like an animal.
Okay. Well, I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
I'm considering getting my nose pierced, and I was just wondering what the chances are of infection or rejection.
Just the side of the nose?
Yeah.
Pretty low. Pretty low. That seems to be an awfully safe procedure.
Okay.
You know, my sister was like the first chick on the block to do that.
Oh, yeah?
My sister had a hole in her nose, had that nose earring.
A ring?
Not a ring, a stud.
Yeah.
She had in there for, she had the thing 15 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, now you know what she has? A kid and a hole.
Oh, those holes close up usually right away.
Yeah, we see it.
So she kept it in so long it
the brother knows. Brother sees the hole.
Interesting.
That's
so
right.
if I take it out in a few years?
It usually closes real fast.
Well, it's not, she doesn't breathe through it.
I understand, but maybe it's just a scar, like a pimple there, a dent.
Yeah, it looks like a little dent.
Yeah.
I had one. Remember?
Ann had one?
Yeah.
I can't remember that.
Well, nice talking to you.
How weird is that?
What'd you have, the little stud?
Yeah, just a little stud. And I had it for about 8 months, and it healed up, literally a week after it came out.
real fast.
Yeah.
Wow, Ann.
I'd forgotten that.
Oh, racy side Ann, I didn't know about.
So tell me more about Northampton. How think it's Smith? Everything okay?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful campus.
Is that the lesbian school? Yeah.
Ask Nancy.
really.
It is. Nancy, it is?
No.
First said it was a big lesbian
I did
school.
not say that.
Actually, you did imply that in a show before.
Yeah, he does.
There is a strong contingency there.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And they're very vocal about it.
Yes.
Uh-huh. So they, so what do they have over there? They have a football team, or is it just all golf?
All women.
All women. It's all girls' school?
It really is.
Well, of course it's a lesbian school then. All right, you're not lesbian, though?
No, I'm not.
Oh, but could you imagine how quick you could become one?
Yeah.
And how okay it would be with everybody in your dorm?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and get that.
What dorm are you living in?
Scales?
Scales?
Which one that is?
It's
the new one. That's the new one.
Yeah, it's in the quad.
It's a 70s looking thing.
Yeah,
right?
well,
No, not that one.
what were you doing around that school? You were next door?
It's 10 minutes away, yeah.
That's where you cruised? Go pick up chicks there?
I had a girlfriend there for a while.
Must be great. You have a whole batch of women. And I mean, like 10 minutes away, there's a facility. It's almost like a prison, but they let you in.
Yeah, there's two of them. Mount Holyoke is 10 minutes the other way. But the histories of those three schools, it's gnarly, as you would say. Nefarious. Goes back a long way.
Okay.
A lot of tension there amongst those three schools.
Oh, really? Yeah. They don't like each other?
No, not when I was there.
Why not?
Amherst was an all-male school until 1976.
It was?
Yeah.
Was it? When were you there?
76 to 80. No,
so
yeah, 76.
You were the first there. Year was co-ed?
Yep.
Oh, boy. All right, so not only does your school have chicks, but there's a big batch of chicks over here and a big batch of chicks over there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I was still miserable.
That's living. All right, we'll be back.
LoveLine's phone number is 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. We'll be right back. WEBN.
Radio that keeps you up at night. It's LoveLine, only on WEBN.
Hey, that's good timing. Closing time. All right. Well, we just plumb out a show. I want to thank the fabulous Lisa for doing the phones tonight. She told me off the air, by the way, she would touch, what the hell's his name?
John Taylor.
John Taylor's penis if he poked through some plywood. Actually, she said a sandwich board sign, but it's still the same thing. It's plywood. It's plywood that you wear. That's a bad gig, by the way, that job where you're walking around with the plywood on you. All right, I want to thank the beautiful Sherri as well. She's such a vault of information, that Sherri. And she doesn't cough it up either. I talk about stuff I don't know about.
Oh,
Sherri doesn't talk about stuff she knows about.
We found a pinworm on the internet, and the eggs are airborne. That's why the whole family's getting it when somebody gets it.
That's right. That's why when I break wind, you're all going with me.
Not from the ingestion so much.
And I want to thank the Angular One producer, Ann, for rubbing her feminine stink all over the show and doing a wonderful job. And, of course, the newly inspired engineer, Mike.
This guy is an asshole.
He is like a boy in his first day of school.
Yeah.
And that thing is his apple. Or our apple.
What?
All right, Drew, that's enough. We're going home.
Yes.
So until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed herein are not necessarily those of the staff or management or producers or directors or the advertising or anyone. They might be Bob's.
I'm Bob, and they're mine.
The producer of LoveLine is Ann Wilkins. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.
Grr, arg. We now return you to your highly tested, regularly scheduled programming. Bye.